Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's Command AA, and this is a transfer update, transfer daily news, and breaking news, huge news. Chelsea have been rejected to be able to sign players this window. FIFA have rejected Chelsea's appeal. Now, as you don't know, Chelsea had a meeting with FIFA on the 11th of April, just only last month, 4 weeks ago, and after taking into consideration, after meetings, etc. They've come to a decision, they've come to a verdict, and they've rejected Chelsea's appeal to be able to freeze and paralyse the ban in the summer and to be able to sign players in the window. FIFA have officially rejected this, so now Chelsea will be appealing and going to CAS, which is Court Arbitration of Sport. Before I do get into further details, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new around here, and comment down below your thoughts on this breaking news story. But I was shocked when I heard this. Now, the news came out around 12 p.m. today, and it was quite shocking to most of us. Twitter blew up, social media, etc. But basically, going back a few months ago, giving you guys some context on the situation. Now, back in February, Chelsea were given a transfer ban by FIFA, a one-year transfer ban, so 2 transfer windows. We cannot sign any players because of the 29 cases. 29 cases we signed 29 illegal players under the age of 16. We didn't sign correctly. We have 29 corrupt cases. FIFA have investigated and they have officially found us guilty. Now, this is back in February, and they have officially given us a one-year transfer ban, so 2 transfer windows. However, as soon as that happened, Chelsea then appealed it back to FIFA. They appealed it back to FIFA, and around March time, FIFA then rejected the appeal. However, on the 11th of April, Chelsea and FIFA had a meeting to discuss further details, to basically, reevaluate the cases, etc. And after 4 weeks of meetings and discussions, FIFA have once again denied the appeal. They've rejected it, and we cannot sign any players this summer. Now, apparently, after 11th of April, Chelsea were adamant and they were quite confident that FIFA were going to reject the appeal. But the good news is now Chelsea can now go to Court Arbitration of Sport, and they can basically appeal it. Now, there are some negative news regarding this, but from my point of view, from my opinion, I think it's not surprising. I'm not surprised. I mean, FIFA always have an agenda against English clubs. I don't know what it is. They just don't like English clubs. So it just is what it is. I didn't expect anything. I did expect them to be denied. That's why I was confident that once we do get an answer from FIFA, we can go to CAS, and they can freeze and paralyse our ban. We're just going to have to hope for the best. But there are some negative news regarding to Court of Arbitration of Sport. Now, after reading some news, etc., in the past, you look at different cases: Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona. Out of those 3 clubs, only one team was successful when they appealed to the Court of Arbitration Sport, and that was Real Madrid. They appealed to Court of Arbitration Sport after being denied by FIFA, and they were able to paralyse and basically freeze their ban. However, Atletico Madrid and Barcelona, they will not be able to freeze it, so they were unlucky there. So history suggests that we could be in trouble, and we might not be able to sign any players this summer, which is tragic. However, according to Jack Cohan, which is a reliable journalist, Sports Philip, Simon Johnson, who writes for the Sports Guardian and also the Standard Sport Telegraph, he basically reported that and also other various sources such as Matt Law, who writes for the Telegraph, who's he's got connections and contacts within Chelsea. He's a very reliable source as well. He did confirm that basically Chelsea will be able to do business as usual this summer. He basically stated that even though other clubs have not been successful with CAS, basically now that we have a message from FIFA, the transfer window does open in 2 weeks. We have 10 days to file a report to Court of Arbitration Sport to basically get the summer window to basically freeze the ban. But even if we're unsuccessful and they reject it, we can appeal to them, and while they're re-evaluating our cases, they will be able to freeze the summer while they evaluate the situation. So we are, it is likely, 90% likely, that we will be able to freeze the ban. CAS will be able to freeze him, and we will be able to sign players. That's fantastic news. That's what Matt Law, and I do trust him because he's a reliable source. He writes for the Telegraph. He's a very, very, he's got connections and contacts with Chelsea all throughout. So hopefully it is positive news. Hopefully we will see what happens there. But it's just frustrating. Like I said, I wasn't surprised by any of this. But like I said, FIFA have officially, it's breaking news, FIFA have officially rejected Chelsea's appeal to be able to freeze the ban and be able to sign players in summer. However, we are still allowed to sign under 16 minors. I find that extremely ironic because we got into trouble for signing minors. We got into trouble signing likes of Andres Christensen, Bertrand Traore, who were under 16 at the time when we signed them. But yet, we're still allowed to sign under 16s. despite that's what the ban's about. I find it extremely ironic, and it just sums up FIFA, to be honest. It sums up the organisation. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. I didn't expect anything from them. I expected it to be rejected, but the positive news is now we can take this to Court of Arbitration Sport, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they can freeze the ban. I'm gonna have to wait and see what happens. But moving on to some positive news, Reece James. Reece James has officially come back from Wigan. He's now officially training with the Chelsea first team 11. There was pictures of Cobham next to David Luiz, etc. in the Chelsea training kit, and he was officially training with the Chelsea squad. So really good news. He's one player that hopefully should be returned to the Chelsea squad next season. He's had an outstanding season at Wigan. Player of the season, player of the year, one of the best players in Championship, and a very, very young age, 20 years of age. He's been killing it at the Championship. And for that right wing spot, suited to Sarri system, Sarri ball, physical, prowess, strong, extremely good defending, positioning, world class potential, can beat his man. Fantastic, phenomenal crossing as well. One of the best right backs in the world, in my opinion, soon. And I'll get that Philip Lahm vibes from Reece James, the way he plays stylistically. And you know what? He's got huge potential. This guy will go so far in life. You know, he's will be very, very successful in the future. So fantastic news regarding Reece James. And obviously, Sarri had this press conference regarding the preview, the game for the Frankfurt game. But there was some interesting thing he did say about the transfer market. You know, Sarri's not really involved in the transfer market, but there are some news that, you know, he was talking about various players that could happen, etc. You know, he talked about some of the transfer market and some loan players, which I find very, very positive. Now, a few of the things that he was saying was he was asked about the transfer market. If we do get the summer, if CAS, which is called Arbitration Sport, do allow us to have the summer, who will we be signing? And he said he wants up to 1 to 2 players. Now, this gives me very good hope that he wants to start using the youth. You know, Chelsea have one of the best academies in Europe. We have by far the best academy in England. And it's positive that he wants to use the academy. He wants 1 to 2 players. And I've told you guys already, Luka Jovic is a top priority in the summer. He's the first priority Chelsea want to sign. If we are allowed the summer, we are looking at left backs as well. We've been scouting Alex Telles last week when Porto played. We've been scouting various other players as well. If Hazard does leave, we're going to have to sign a replacement for him as well, which could potentially look like Nicolas Pepe. But if we do get the summer, we're going to have to buy a lot of players. We're going to have to spend big, meaning, and the reason why I say is because we're not going to be able to spend for a year after. So we need to replenish the squad. We need to basically bolster it, add to it, because obviously, like I said, we're not going to be able to spend at all afterwards. So we need to ensure that we look after the squad, that we add quality, depth and world-class players onto it, but also integrate the youth. Like I said, now that he went on to say that, you know, there's some 2 to 3 Chelsea players on loan that have really, you know, it fascinated him, and he's really, really excited to use him. He did state that he gets a report every month on each loan player. He has 45 players out on loan, and 2 to 3 really, really interested in. We obviously got Christian Pulisic coming in. We spent large amounts of sums on him, £60 million. Then 2 to 3 other players that is really interested. Now, he didn't really name any of them, but for my guess, I believe so. For Reece James, also Kurt Zuma. Kurt Zuma is one of Everton's best player this year, potentially even one player of the year. That's fantastic. You know, Zuma still has that world class potential. Really, really unfortunate injury, but hopefully he will be back at the club, and he's had a fantastic season. So we need to be using him in the squad, if not in our first 11. Reece James, like I said, I've already talked about him. He needs to be coming back. He needs to make that starting right back position his own. He needs to be using that right back position, and potentially Mason Mount, 10 goals for Derby this season. He's driven him to promotion, to playoff final as well. Top 6 in the Championship, so they are officially in the playoffs. So Frank Lampard's done a fantastic job in his first season. Mason Mount's did a fantastic job as well, and hopefully, like I say, he's a much better player than Ross Barkley. So him and Ruben Loftus-Cheek next season could rotate 2 Chelsea players as well. Fikayo Tomori winning player of the year at Derby. Personally, I would loan him out. If I'm being brutally honest, I think he needs another loan. But fantastic news regarding him. Jay Da Silva at Bristol City as well. Great for him as well, but I believe he does need lower loan. But there are some players that we do need to sell and sign, but it's good that Sarri has mentioned that the squad does need bolstering. We all knew that we need to sign players, but quality, top quality players, not these bang average players that block you. You want to buy world-class top players that improve the squad, that bolster the squad, likes of Luka Jovic, who's Chelsea's first priority. Now, obviously, looks like Giroud will be going to Marseille Lyon. He will be signing one extensions just so we can make a bit of profit on him. And basically, Higuain looks like to be staying as well. Will extend his loan if the transfer ban doesn't happen. If CAS allows to freeze and paralyse the summer, and then get a young, you know, top quality, top star, world class star such as Luka Jovic, who's 21 years of age. Hopefully that does happen. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Hazard. Looks like he's most likely gone, so we're going to need to sign a replacement for him. Looks like Nicolas Pepe is on the radar. Bayern have stopped their pursuit, and Chelsea have been extremely interested. They've been scouting Nicolas Pepe and Thiago Mendes to pair at Lille. So exciting times ahead. I hope that we do get the summer. Looks like it's a huge possibility called, like I said, Matt Law, a reliable source who does write for the Telegraph, who's got contacts within Chelsea that, according to Court of Arbitration Sport, they can freeze the ban, and so Chelsea can resume business in the summer as per usual. So, worrying times, because obviously FIFA have denied the appeal, which is typical, but we can go to CAS and let's see if we can freeze the ban. But yeah, that is the news wrapping up Transfer Daily. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.